The time is now, ladies and gentlemen. It is April 17th, 2013, and this is the KNKL stream, day 41. I am your host, Kim Lafferty, and today is Whatever Wednesday. We're going to be jumping back into working on Emma-san, the second part of issue 2. And yeah, we're going to have some fun with that. But before we jump head on into that, we need to take a stroll down the Emma Lovely Lane because we have some new things coming in here. We got an awesome time-lapse video coming in from Less Than Pi, him being his awesome usual self. And then we got some fan art of Nico, like some cool propaganda, be like, join us. Join the Emma army here. And then we have bragging rights. Akil Anwar is over here bragging about him reading the exclusive content, which I am totally okay with. Thank you very much. And speaking of that, he actually went ahead and donated as well. He went above and beyond the Call of Duty to donate some hard-earned cash to tacos and keeping the business running. So thank you to him, and thank you to everyone else who has donated this week. Donators, as you know now, get the picture that is featured right behind. It's called the supporter pic, and you can use that for whatever you like, desktop, collection, whatever you want to call it. It comes with like a little cool little badging thing. Just a little something that I wanted to get back to you guys. And the picture is going to be changing every month, so if you guys like to collect them all or whatever, you can do that. And yeah, it should be really, really fun. So the way that, going back to this, if you want to get your name featured on this list throughout the month, simply go to Emma Comic Online, click the donate tab, and then contribute as much or as little as you want. You can even contribute a penny and you'll get the picture. So, good times ahead. Alright, so the last thing that I want to talk about here is the auction of print number 1 of Emma, the Holy Grail of Emma, is only going to be up for one more day. You have probably about 26 hours left on the auction. So if you guys want to have your chance at getting this, the number 1 print ever, feel free to go over to eBay. It is on the Emma Comic Online thing. It's also on the Facebook and anywhere else I could manage to put it. All the proceeds are going to charity, and it is a cool little foundation founded by my friend, and that is good stuff. Alright guys, so I think that wraps up announcements. Let's go ahead and jump back into where we left off with the comic. So we have some nice tank boot coming down and crushing the remains of what used to be the zombie. Crushing the lower jaw of the zombie, right? Just in case chopping his head off, cutting and chopping his head off wasn't enough. We had to stomp the lower jaw of him as well, and that's always it's a good measure. That's the double tap rule for those of you who saw. What was that word? Zombieland. Yeah, just a good rule to live by. It's good for the soul. So yeah, we're gonna be doing line art today. Yay! I love line art. Line art is so much fun, because we have this awesome little tool that allows us to make cool looking lines even though we suck at line art. Even though line art is one of the most annoying and things that harbor a lot of hatred within me. Things that bring a lot of hatred to mind when I'm doing them. I actually enjoy doing them with this brush because it just adds style. It automatically adds style and makes it look cool when you're doing with this brush. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing that, and yeah, I'm super excited for tomorrow, another Thoughtful Thursday. It's so funny because like spending an hour talking about stuff, you know, it kind of makes me wonder. It's like, well, what am I gonna do next week? Man, it's like I used to like sweat over, you know, oh, what's the tutorial gonna be for this week? And now I'm finding myself thinking, oh, what are we going to talk about on Thoughtful Thursday? What's the new philosophy? So eventually we're probably going to start making stuff up. Probably going to start coming up with some sort of religion. And yeah, you guys can join. We'll start a little cult. And yeah, you guys can send me your tithing that we'll sacrifice to the gods. We'll call it the religion of Idea Land. We'll worship the gods of Idea Land, and how you need to relax and let them shoot the lightning bolts into your ears. And but only if you send me a check every month, all right? Otherwise, you will not be inspired. Sounds like a good start there. All right, But enough blasphemous talking. Let's go ahead and just get back into this. Get back into zombies. Zombie hands. And yeah, today's been a really good day. I think it's just been a really good week in general because this new mindset that I'm having of just, allowing myself to relax. Allowing myself to relax while I work on this comic. Makes me very, very happy. Very, very happy. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I was speaking of allowing your body, like when you're working on something creative, the less you try, the better it's going to come out. Anything creative, the less you try, the better it's going to come out. If you try too hard, oftentimes you'll overthink it and you won't enjoy the process. And because you don't enjoy it, you will not get the awesome ideas. You will not get the awesome ideas. It will not be natural and it will not be good. So a cool mentality that I've been kind of playing around with, and I've been having a lot of massive success with it, is sitting down to work saying, oh man, I can't wait to just sit down and relax and make the comic. Because before I would say, oh man, especially when I was doing the layouts, right? When I'm actually creating the drawings of what the lines are going to be, this is what I consider some of the hardest parts, because you got to think of, oh, okay, well, how does the guy crossing his arms look when you're looking at him like this, right? When it's like angled up. And it seems like it would be the hardest part because you got to start figuring out perspective and all this stuff. But instead of worrying about working hard at it, what you should do is almost you trust in the force. Trust in the force inside of you. And you tell yourself, well, I know that I have the skills to make this happen. I know that to the best of my ability, I will make this panel, I'll make this angle look good. And I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I would accept in terms of quality, right? And I know that I'm not just going to like do it and be like, nah, that's good enough. Or, hey, that sucks, but I don't care, so I'm going to release it anyway. That's not my mindset at all. I know that whatever comes out is going to be good quality. So instead of worrying about it, I say, hey, I'm just going to trust in myself. I know the quality that I'm looking for. I know that I won't let myself get away with anything less, and just do it. Just do it, and you sit down and you almost witness yourself. You watch your body. You have the front row seat to watching yourself creating something amazing. Right? And that's been really, really working out quite a bit. I've noticed that, I'm spending more time on the panels as well. I'm spending a lot more time on panels, a lot more time on thinking of things. And because I am relaxing while I'm doing it, the creative juices are flowing. And I'm actually able to come up with some amazing ideas, some amazing panel layouts, and because I'm having so much fun, the quality is just, I feel like it's taken a step up. The quality of this release is going to be better than any of the other ones prior to this. I already know that because my mindset was different, and I hope that you guys will be able to see that as well. I'm hoping. We'll see. Maybe it's all just in my head, but I have a feeling it's going to be good. I have a feeling it's going to be very, very good. Yes, yes. Yeah, just in general, I've been having more fun with the lines, Having more fun with lining. It's kind of letting a little bit more of that attitude come out, because I think that there's something to that. There's something to that, like the sort of the grittiness of the lines in some of these areas that I want to kind of preserve. And we'll see how that looks once I take it to the final product. But yeah, this is going to be very, very good. And one thing that I actually want to do here that I did not do last time is I did this one thing, talking about trial and error. In issue 1, when Emma basically axes off that zombie's head, I made the blood, the blood lines were actually on a separate layer, so that way I could go back and color the lines really easily. I didn't do that on the second issue, where Nico looks down and he sees the zombie head in front of the door. I had to go in and kind of hug the edges and paint the lines kind of like that dark purple, because it makes it look good. And that was not as easy. So this time around, I learned that that was indeed a good idea the first time, and I'm going to go back to that. And you'll watch me do that right here. You see what I'm talking about? Like, I'm just kind of throwing in some lines, throwing in like these little These little kind of flavor lines that are kind of remaining from before. Trying to get a little bit better at that kind of stuff. So I think there's something to that. There's something to that. Kind of thickening the lines where these things are. Yeah, good. Alright, so I'm going to switch over really quick and we'll go bloodline. I just had the strangest feeling. I always get the strange feeling that the mic is off. Oh man, that's never a good feeling. Of course, if it was off, I would have seen like everybody over in the chat like having a cow, throwing a party. Alright, so let's go ahead and take care of this stuff. I was actually looking back on a few of the older, like issue 1. I say older, but like the older parts, the earlier pages, and I realized that the lines are kind of thin in some areas. And while I do kind of like that, I almost want to start thickening up the lines in certain areas a little bit more. And I guess the reason why the line, actually I could say the reason why the lines are thicker here is because the things are closer to you, right? So they have to have thicker lines. It's supposed to be a little bit more impact with these lines. Now, if you're drawing a tiny little character, obviously I'm not going to be able to use this. But I was always trying to hover around like the 30 range, you know? And I guess if I press hard, I guess if I'm pressing hard, then yeah, I guess that is about the 30 range. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trusting my instinct. Trusting my instinct with what looks good. Having that confidence. There we go. But yeah, it's been a good week so far. I'm feeling pretty dang good. And I just want this part to come out, dang it. I just want it out. Get it out of me! Like I'm birthing a child. Birthing a crazy demon child. Alright. Oh, that was bloodline. Ha! My bad. Let's do that again. Blood. Alright, bloodline time. Alright. Let's go ahead and draw this blood in. Yeah. Some good chunks going on there. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's nasty. That's just nasty. There you go. Nice chunky bloody mess. I like the fact that I can get pretty nasty with the, I can get away with some good stuff having the purple blood. I can have the gore be a little bit more extravagant than I would be comfortable drawing if it was red blood. I can let my evil side come through. And then my excuse is, no, it's just purple blood. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. It's my perfect excuse to be evil. There you go, get some good motion lines in there. There we go. There we go. I want that, I think that I want this to be more bloodlines here. Yeah, there we go. Good character. Good character. Uh-oh. See, this is where I have trouble when I'm kind of like switching between the two, kind of like cleaning up lines from one, but I'm actually drawing on the other. I forget easily. I have a short attention span. Alright. Alright. I like it. I like it very much. Next! Oh, hello there, Emma. Aren't you just looking precious? You're just looking precious right there. Alright, let's go ahead and line you. Line you up. I actually like this panel. She's looking up, she's like, huh? You stepped on that zombie. I had a thought that, like, if you stomped out that zombie's head, it would probably, like, splatter some more blood on her, and she would go crazy again. But she's already in that crazy state, so I was like, whatever. We'll just say it all, like, flew another direction. None of it got on her. I don't think your eyebrows should be that thick. Okay. There we go. Alright, it's face time. Let's take care of the face. Face is the hardest part. And basically, all I do, it's very simple. All I do is I just hug that inside line right here. Wherever the innermost part of this line is, that's where I hug. Right along there. And I'm always very, very careful with the facial area, because there's so many tiny little subtleties that make a big difference. And little subtleties in the emotion that you don't want to lose when you throw the lines in. But when it comes to the hair, you can usually be a little bit more crazy. But that's how it goes. Get that little shark fin in there. There you go. I trust that you guys had a good time watching yesterday's tutorial. I had some good time doing that. I look back on that tree thumbnail that I did. I was like, hey, not bad. Not bad. I actually kind of like that. Kind of made me excited. I was like, I kind of want to do something with that. Made me think of Maokai. That's why. I love Maokai. The only tree I would hug happily would be Maokai, but he would probably crush me. He would crush me. But that's okay. A worthy sacrifice for my favorite tree ever. My brother has lately been playing that game Smite. It's like first-person League of Legends. Have you guys seen that? It's so fun. It's pretty silly, to be honest. But hey, it might be the beginnings of the next big thing. Could you imagine? It's like future League of Legends, and you get all the... That'd be funny if they take it a step further. Instead of first person, it's actually like bodysuit, and you're like in an arena, you know, like running through the towers and like hitting minions, which are actually just like midgets and like little suits, right? Last hitting little midgets. That would be something worth watching. Throwing goal everywhere. I like it. I like it. Somebody else doesn't invent that, I might just be doing that. I forget. Do I always fill in her nose? I can't remember. I can't remember. Hang on, I need to check. I need to check that. No. No, I don't. Wait. Uh-oh. Inconsistency. Looks like in some panels I do, in other panels I don't. Looks like in the latest panels I have been, though. Oh, wait, here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Looks like in the latest panels I have been. So, yep. All right, that's all I need to know. Filling in the nose. The nose knows. All right, we're going to zoom in very, very closely now because now we are working with the face. And I like to match these lines as closely as possible. Down to the littlest subtleties I like to match. Because there is something magical in the subtleties. All right. All right. Save. There we go. And what's kind of cool to think about is on Monday when we were lining that page, I got that whole thing done in an hour. I wonder if I could get this one done in an hour too. That would be very, very cool to think about because technically it takes me an hour to do each page. That means I could line the entire next part once it's done being laid out, which it will be very soon. I could line the entire next part in a couple days. Or if I choose to work a straight 10-hour day and go crazy, I could do that too. Be a little crazy, and I actually have been feeling a little crazy as of late. So it might be just the time to do it. Match those lines. Match them. Oh. There we go. Okay, let's get this eye filled in here. I gotta tell you guys though, like lately I've just been noticing how, like this little line that comes off the edge there, it honestly reminds me of Earthworm Jim. Because he would have that thing, he looks like this, right? Because he's got like crazy eye like that, and then he's got this eye here. But this eye has that thing going on. I don't know if you guys remember that. It's Earthworm Jim Rabbit. Earthworm Jim Bugs Bunny. But yeah, it would look like that. And so whenever I draw those things on the sides of the eyes, like when they're scared or whatever, it makes me think of Earthworm Jim. And I like to think that all of those great memories from my childhood are now all coming back, culminating into a giant comic book experience and spreading joy to the children of the world. That's the plan. Well, let's go ahead and get the blushies in there. Lovely! And let's check how well I did. From that, to that, to that, to that, to that. It's good. Although this would be a little bit skinnier. Maybe not. Maybe I'm being too picky. Yup, too picky. Next! I can always go back and change it later. Fix it later. But for now, it looks good. Looks good. Not obsessing over it too much. Obsessing over it just enough. Just enough obsession. Alright. Good. I always like the arms, like the lines that describe the arms to be very, very smooth, kind of uniform. Just clean, smooth, always looks good. Okay, good. Good, let's get that other arm in there. Or no, that's the leg at this point. That is the leg. Okay. This is a fun angle to draw too. I enjoyed this one. Get that all nice and filled in there. Okay. Whoops. Oops. Forgot her back actually needs to come back. Her back needs to come back here like that. And then her strap goes over like that. Perfect. Perfect. Before, her back was looking a little tiny. A little too tiny. Alright, let's get that dress in there. Good. Boot. Boot time. Oh, wait. No, the boot is going to be more like that. If I'm not mistaken. Yes. Lovely. Okay, let's finish off the dress here. In fact, the dress is going to be more like this. There we go. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Go ahead and finish that leg off. And the iconic Band-Aid. There we go. Jolly good. Jolly good. Jolly good. Alright, now I'm just thickening up some lines, weighting some lines. Like I used to wait tables, doing that to the lines. Making sure they're comfortable. Did they get enough soup? Do they want another refill on that endless soup and salad? Good times, good times. Then cleaning up the lines, as I cleaned up the tables as a busboy. Yes. See, I didn't realize, but back then I was actually learning the tools, learning the techniques that I would be adding to this. Right? So everything has a purpose. Sure, I was cleaning tables, but now I'm cleaning lines. And I take the same mentality, well, maybe not the exact same mentality, but for the sake of argument, the same mentality as I had when I was working there, now I'm applying it here. And it will now make a beautiful comic. A beautiful, clean comic to serve food upon. Yes. I do like it very much. I do like it. And I'm going to go ahead and just like mirror this, like what's happening here a little bit better. This needs to have like this line coming through it. I like how it looks with that line a little bit better. Yeah, that's good. So it looks like her back is kind of curving there. Should be good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and mirror that just to double check it, see how it's looking. Okay, so I'm noticing a couple differences here actually within the face. And there are subtleties within this cheek area. I think what I need to do is actually push this cheek out just a tad bit more. I'm going to follow this line a little bit closer. Like that. There we go, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I'd say that's good for now. Might be a couple more changes that I want to do a little bit later, but for now it looks good. Yeah, that looks really nice actually. Like it. Next! Tank. Tank's up. Pulling up my reference here, just to double check. Making sure we are in business with Tank. Alright. Hello there, Mr. Pie. So glad you could join us. Alright. Tank's eyebrows. That's where the character will be found. It's all in the eyebrows. So make sure you get them right. You're going to be doing some fan art. Tank fan art. Not a lot of people have done Tank fan art yet. But then again, he's only been featured. We don't really know who he is, what he represents, you know. What's his deal? What's that guy's deal, man? You'll find out. You're gonna find out soon. I suspect we'll have a lot more Tank fan art after next part. After the concluding part of issue 2. We'll have a lot more Tank fan art. So we got some good things coming up there. With him. This part is a little bit more focused on someone else. And you'll find out who that is in a few short days. Depending on how quick I can get this thing done. But I want it done quick. I want it done really, really quick. I want it done right, but I want it done efficiently. And I want to get it out. It must be released. There we go. There we go. Nice. Good. You know what's interesting about this part that I've been working on, these next 10 pages that are going to be coming out, it's a lot of like the adult characters. It's a lot of Tank and Clem and the biker dudes and all these people. And there's like barely any frames of Nico or Emma. It's actually kind of... I thought that this part was not going to be fun to illustrate because of that, but it actually ended up being the contrary. It's like I love drawing the adult characters. I love drawing Tank. I love drawing the biker guys. They're really, really cool. So, yeah. There's a lot of emotion, you know, especially with Clem because he doesn't have his... he doesn't have a mask on, so you'll immediately be able to relate to him. You'll be able to see a lot more of his facial expressions. He'll be a lot more expressive than Tank is, obviously. For right now. But, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. You can almost make a comic out of these guys alone. You know? It's like, I've decided to rename the comic Tank and Friends. Tank, Clem, and Friends. And Company. That might not work. I would like to see a Tank plushie though. Tank plushie, Clem plushie, Buttons plushie. Because come on, who doesn't love plushies? All things in good time, my friends. All things in good time. I do have a goal. I have a goal of how many issues I want to do of this comic before I start, like, kind of like promoting, you know, being like, hey, everybody, look at all this stuff. You know, I mean, I don't want to, like, sit around and wait, you know, forever to start doing that. In fact, in some ways, it's like, you know, I say I want to do that, but at the same time, I also come up with this mentality of, well, why wait? Why wait to do the big promotion? Yeah, you only have like 1 1/3 of a comic, but who cares? It's like you have a comic, you should be promoting it. And I just I don't like living by the mentality of someday, you know, or that day when that comes, then I can start doing this. It's like, why not just promote now and promote then? What's the worst that could happen? You promote too early, and you know people are like, "Oh, there's only one comic. Well, that's stupid," and then they go away, you know, for a few months, and then when you promote again, you know, when you have 4 issues, you know, those people are gonna come back and read it. They might even say the same thing, but it's like, who cares? There's only 4 issues. You know, that would suck. You know, you're worried about people saying, "Oh, there's only this many things," and those people are probably gonna say that anyway, regardless if you have 1 or 10 issues. So I don't know. I guess what I'm getting at is I'm I want to start doing that stuff because I really liked like when we first started the comic. One of my awesome viewers, Turtles with Guns, decided to go onto the League of Legends boards and write a forum thread about me, talking about how I quit the job and how I'm making this comic. And then that went to the front page of the League of Legends Reddit and generated so much traffic to the site that might even be a reason why some of you out there are watching right now, that it basically crashed the site. And I was like, dude, that's cool. That's really awesome that we can generate that kind of traffic, that people can generate that type of traffic to go to the site. That really blew my mind. And I was like, I want to do that again, but this time I want to be ready, you know? I want to be ready and have all this stuff, you know, so people can't say no. But what's the big deal? Why not just get some more people right now? Get some more people now and get some more people when, you know, issue 4 or 5 is out. I don't know. This goes back to that, you know, I just want that certainty, you know? I want to be certain that people will like it, certain that people will be impressed, you know, but really, I don't think that's a good mentality to have, because then, again, I'm letting what other people think about the comic decide what I want to do. It's like, no, friggin' even if I have 1 page of it, I want to start promoting it. Be like, look at this comic. It's in the works. It's in the works. But check out this page. Check out this drawing. Check out this drawing on a napkin. This is going to become the next big thing. That's all you need. That's all you need right there. Yeah. So I would love to start doing some more of that kind of stuff. Some more promotion. Soon. Very, very soon. Alright, let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. So we got this coming through here. Yeah, that's about right. Good. But yeah, next big thing is just getting this part out, and then I can start planning the final part. And yeah, we just keep going. I feel like I'm just awakening once again to the passion for comics, the passion for work, the passion for art. I don't know, I just feel like I'm finally getting it. I'm really getting it. I mean, I had it before, but I feel like I'm getting to the point where it's like, whoa, like I'm really stepping up, next level, next level. Really, really enjoying this. And again, I really, really owe a lot of that to this new mentality that I have going on. It's just like, hey, I'm sitting down, I'm trusting myself, I'm going forward with it. I have the skills. I know that I have the skills to make this happen. Now it's just a matter of time. You know, I can see it all up here. It's all in my head already, and it's being made right before your eyes. You know, I do this long enough, I have an entire series. Do this long enough, I have 10 issues. Do this long enough, I have 20 issues. You know, it'll take maybe, you know, it could be years. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it will be done. It will be done. And it'll be something great when it is. I'll make sure of it. Alright, so I'm digging these bigger lines on the outsides over here, so I'm going to kind of replicate those. Look really cool. So I'm kind of sticking to the outside of them. Kind of going in between. Just kind of trusting myself, feeling it out. Like that, like so. Let's go ahead and zoom out. How does that look? It's good. It's really good. Except for this, I don't like this. We'll do that. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna start adding a little bit more of these like little lines into the drawings too, because I like it when comic book artists do those kinds of lines. I've always wanted to get good at like hatching, stuff like that. A little more traditional. Some more traditional line art going on there. There we go. Also decided to make a slight alteration to Tank's gloves. Before they had like 4 stripes going through it. Like it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've just shortened it down to 3. It just makes it a little bit more cohesive, a little bit more simple. And I like things that run in 3s. I really do. Little on the fly costume change. Alright. I might be working with a little bit too thick of a brush. Just slightly too thick. There we go. There you go. Just like that. Give me some of that. And give me some of that. Let's get that other stripe going through there. Good, yes. Very, very good. Very good, yes. Very good. Now, as for all this in here, I think I want to kind of simplify this area. So I want to make it one line going across there. A little too much going on there. Going on in there. Simplify that into like a large line. Same thing there, maybe. That's good. Time we at? 47. Alright, guys. 3 minutes, we will line up our catapults and we will cast them over the castle walls. So get them ready. Load them catapults. Write them down. Write them down. This page has taken a little bit longer than the other ones. Oh, sorry, I was doing a little bit of work there behind the screen. Oops. Oh well, it was just that little shoulder area. That didn't take too much. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this up. Alright. Let's go ahead and fix that up. There we go, that looks good. Alright, Tank's face is up next. Gonna take a quick break. Stretch the hand. In the meantime, please cast your questions over the castle walls with your catapults. I will answer them, send them back to you on a bed of grass. I'm actually feeling like really, really relaxed right now. Maybe a little tired, like I need a little nap. It's been a good day. But yeah, I just feel like my energy is just like a little bit low, which is weird because I just had a big bowl of ice cream, so naturally you think I'd be like kind of like sugar rushing. Maybe I'm sugar crashing. I don't know. I don't know. Not sure. But while you are firing your questions, I'm just going to continue to line this tank face, and then we're going to go ahead and end day 41 of the KNKL stream. KNKL Emma stream. And also cue up epic outro music. There we go. Alrighty, get back to work. So yeah, in about an hour we did pretty good, I'd say. We did pretty dang good. I still got to line those biker dudes back there. But yeah, I mean, we're just lining these tank faces. And look at that. We did do a page an hour. A page within the hour. Just enjoying the process. Enjoying the process. There we go. Got them little goggles going on there. Like 'em. Hogan Warfare is asking, how did my parents react to me not going to college? Interesting. They didn't actually react at all because, I don't know. Like, they didn't have any money saved for me to go to college. Neither of them really went to college, so they didn't know really what to do about it. My dad went straight to working in movies. He was a prop builder for Warner Brothers. And he started doing that, I think, when he was really, really young, probably like 19 or 20. Started doing that, and it was basically all he did his entire life. So he didn't go to college. My mom didn't go to college. She had her own business for a little while. She had a house cleaning business. She used to live up in Palm Springs. And that was she met my dad when he was actually building. I think he was he was laying tile. My dad was laying tile, and then that was how they met. He was laying tile in a house that my mom was working at. And it was love at first sight. How cute is that? How cute is that? Meeting each other on the job. Gotta love it. But yeah, they didn't really have much to say about it because, I mean, it was so funny because I couldn't ask them about it. And I was like, hey, what's college like? Should I do it? And they're like, I don't know. I guess, you know? They told me that they wanted me to go to Cal Arts and all that stuff. And, you know, I had these big dreams of, like, going there. But then I actually went to Cal Arts, and then I saw the kind of people that were there. Like, I was like, okay, I like art, and I like artists, but these people are, like really creative people. Let's just put it that way. They're creative in everything they do. They ride unicycles around everywhere, and they stick plungers on the wall, and they call it art. And I was like, I don't know if that's exactly practical for what I want to do. I want to work in video games, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk over into my interview and just start sticking plungers on the wall and taping wigs to the ceiling and stuff like that. You know, I think that they're going to want to see a portfolio that actually shows like some design type things, creatures, armor, stuff like that. So I basically just kind of came at it from a practical standpoint. It was like, okay, well, if I was some guy hiring kids for video games, what would I want to see? And I just started doing that stuff. Started kind of preemptively, proactively doing the things that I knew my future employer would want to see from me. And just kind of enjoying the process. So yeah, my parents didn't really react positively or negatively. They didn't react at all, really. They were just, but they were very, very supportive of me. They're like, Keenan, whatever you do, you know, my dad actually lined up a great job that helped me get my first job in the industry, illustrating books. You know, because we kind of started, he started his own business doing, I started my own business doing clothing, like a clothing company, and he started his own like film business, right? And during that time, he ran into the guy that had, it was a local visual effects company, and I went and worked for those guys and got my first job illustrating books and just doing stuff, learning about visual effects, all those good things. So that was really, really fun. But yeah, they've always been really, really supportive, but no real reaction to not going to college. What? You don't have $26,000 saved up for one semester of Cal Arts? I'm surprised. I'm surprised, Ken. I expected more from you. And I said that right back to my parents. You don't have $30,000 saved up for me? What kind of parents are you? What kind of parents are you? Alright, peoples! With that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end day 41 of the KNKL stream. Thank you guys once again for joining me live on Ustream. People on YouTube, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. My name is Keenan Lafferty. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Thoughtful Thursday. Until then, you guys take care.
And Beebs.